Greetings YouTubers, Hellshade2 here, and this video is going to be about the Toyota recalls of late. Now, as for myself, I drive a Toyota Corolla. Always found it to be a good car, fairly well built, but it's an older model. It's a 2003. Most of the issues that seem to be occurring today seem to be with later models that are now using the drive-by-wire technology, or actually what they would call electronic throttle control. There is no actual cable, mechanical cable, between your gas pedal and the throttle assembly on the motor itself now. It's all run by sensors and actuators. Now, if anybody here, just so you know, if anybody here has actually read my profile on my channel, I'm an auto mechanic. I've been an auto mechanic for 27 years. So I think I have a little bit of insight into the issue, okay? And for my own personal opinion, I've never been fond of the idea of any technology, drive-by-wire technology, just for the fact that, yes, the electronics can fail, okay? When you have a actual manual cable, it's very rare that manual cable fails, either seizes or breaks or any other reason. Okay, I've never personally seen a car with any such issue. Not to say that it might not have happened, but I've never seen it myself. But you have a company taking your throttle and how your car accelerates and putting it basically in the hands of a computer. Okay, this is basically what electronic throttle control does. Okay, you have sensors on the pedal that show the pedal position. Okay, the computer sends a signal to the throttle control, and the throttle control will move to that position, emulating what you are doing with the pedal. If any of these circuits fail, the computer fails, the throttle position sensor fails, okay, you have issues. You don't know what that throttle is going to do at that point, okay, which seems to be the problem that Toyota's having with these vehicles. Now, as for myself, I would stay away from any vehicle that has, this type of system in it. And people should actually demand that they go back to a regular mechanical setup for throttle. As a matter of fact, too, I don't know how many people even notice, but some of the Ford hybrids out there now don't even use hydraulic brakes anymore. They're using brakes that are run with actuators. Okay, you step on the brakes, send a signal to the actuator, push the pads out. There's no hydraulics involved anymore. So now what happens if those systems fail? You have a bad actuator or something, or the computer fails to send the signal. You don't stop. No, at least with hydraulic brakes, even if you spring a leak, you still have a tendency to be able to stop. Before you lose all the fluid, and you'll know something is wrong. Okay? With that type of system too, there's always a possibility that if the system fails, 1 minute you have brakes, the next minute you got nothing. So to me, drive-by-wire technology may work sometime in the future, but it's still too new to be risking people's lives with this technology, because that's basically what you're doing. If the mechanical system fails, it's going to fail over time. An electronic part can fail like that. All it needs is a dead circuit or something, and bam, it doesn't work. You get a dead short, let's say. There's a number of things that can happen to an electrical circuit. How many people have had electronics that have failed suddenly for no apparent reason? Computers, VCRs, televisions. Why should this type of equipment be any different? But, at least with these other electronics, it's not putting somebody's life at risk. No, this is just what I wanted to say. people out there give me your opinions now. It's like I say, I've been a mechanic for 27 years. Okay, I'm not like an ace mechanic. There's a lot of things that I don't do, that I don't work on a car. So maybe I'm wrong. Okay, but I don't really think I am. I personally think it's a bad idea to have drive-by-wire technology in a car. It really, when it comes to brakes, when it comes to steering, when it comes to, your acceleration, I personally think you should really have those parts mechanically driven. Okay, because I think it's actually safer for the person driving the vehicle. But that's my opinion. Take it or leave it as you will. Anyway, have a great day and take care, everybody.